The following video is brought to you by the guys at the Wrecking and Racing Podcast, a NASCAR podcast made by the fans for the fans. Check them out at www.wreckingandracing.com, facebook.com/wreckingandracing, and Twitter at Wrecking and Racing. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of Motorsport Manager. When we last left off, we ran Germany and finished about where I thought we should finish. But Lara sitting in third in the points with 18 points, Falco in sixth with 10. In the team standing, though, we did take a little bit of a beating as Hammer and Spartan have some really good cars. And, you know, as long as we hold 28 points, even if we don't point the rest of the season, I think we'll be good. Looking at Phoenix, this is not the oval, it is the road course. Very high tire wear, so we're going to be looking at medium tires for the race, and that's what I'm going to be practicing on, which leaves qualifying open for the soft tires, which is pretty good. Looking at our sponsors, we have slot 3 opening up this time, and depending on how much money they decide to give us, I'll build another part. So let's go ahead and get to our reliability, and we have one sponsor and a male. It's about my other half. I know she's not perfect, but at my age I should start settling. So he's feeling blue, or he is annoying other half, but just married. Interesting. Follow your heart there, Falco. We'll see what that does for him. So -10 for the mechanic relationship, but the just married is marketability and morale, which is really good for what we need on the sponsor half. And these are... So the annoying other half is a permanent trait, and the just married is a temporary trait. Tell you what there, Falco, you might have wanted to pick someone else. All right, working on improving the parts here. The car repair is now complete. Let's see what parts we need to reliability-ize. Let's start from scratch and get our bearings here. So our lowest parts here in the 60s, but that is going to be our best suspension, so we will continue to work on that as well as that performance. Let's see, the 5, that's a decent reliability. Don't want to worry too much on that. We can work on the reliability of this spoiler. We can work on the reliability. I mean, 80's pretty solid. We have 100% reliability on that engine, so obviously the engine is another big one to improve, as well as performance in the engines I think would go well. And then we need one more part to repair, and probably the 80s. Let's go with this gearbox here to repair, and as far as performance goes, let's work on that gearbox, but we are working on reliability the entire way. All right, we will continue. Wait for 3 sponsors to come in after the World Motorsport Championship race there. All right, so financial management, 0% chance of rain, that is fine. No, our drivers are good there, Ian. I mean, they're not the best, but they definitely got what it takes. Predicted to finish around 8th, so we'll see what that does, and I know I got it. Matter of fact, looky here, money. Oh, and I don't think we can finish second. Interesting, so we can take the 6th race, well, I mean, the $1 million upfront payment. If I knew for sure we could finish second or above consistently, I would take that. But I think the $1 million upfront payment with one less race is more financially sound for us. And I think that affords us enough money to build one more spoiler part, because we've got average everywhere else except the spoiler. So we will do high-speed corners and reliability plus 10 and go ahead and build us a new rear spoiler. Awesome. So that seems good. Yes, I know. Let's go ahead and travel to Phoenix. Let's see how our car condition looks. I think we can squeeze a 4th or above out of it. I don't want to go for the win. I mean, that would be pretty good, but that's only 300 grand, and that gives us a little bit more wiggle room there. As far as parts are concerned, see, Falco does have the best brakes, and Enrique is second. Yeah, Falco has the best there. Enrique has the second there. Falco, yep, looking good there, looking good there, and You know what? We could squeeze 2 more out of the suspension. But is it worth it for 6%? I don't think it is. So, all right, car is set up. We are ready to go. I will see you after qualifying. We are back in Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen. Falco on the pole. And Laura is 11th. She actually missed Q3 by 4 thousandths of a second to her teammate Falco. I could have sent her out on a set of extra soft tires. It looked like we were both going to go in on the medium tire run that we did, but she fell out. Just one driver needed to beat us, and they did. So Enrica is going to be starting in 11th, but Falco on the pole on those medium tires. We've got 15% both medium tires and race trim, and we were able to shed some of the weight on the weight stripping. So it looks to be a 2-stop race as per usual, and everyone else is going to be on chewed up soft tires. We'll take a look and see if Falco can get away from these guys here, and Enrica is starting on medium tires, the first car on medium tires. Bottom line gets checked up, and speaking of checking up, Falco checking out, and the Hammer AMR team looks to be in second and third, or third and fourth. They're definitely really, really fast. But as long as Falco can run a conservative race, keep his line, not let him get to the inside, we may be able to gap him just a bit. We have about 12 laps of fuel, and I don't think the tires will make it that long, but we will see. It's a very hot racetrack for sure. It's currently at 84 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, just Google what that is in Celsius if you need to know, but just know that it is very hot and you would sweat your rear end off if you were sitting out here on the track. All right, leader is coming down to pit road already, which is good for us. They may choose to recharge their car, I'm not sure, but they're getting off of their soft tires, and we can afford to go a few more laps here on these mediums. And Falco is about 20% more chewed through. That was from qualifying, so Enrica can stay out a bit. Now, Enrica is fighting with all of those other cars that are on the same strategy as she is, but we're not going to really push here. We're going to let the race sort of come to us and see what happens. We're not pushing our engine really in any way, and Falco is out front leading laps, and that's really all I can ask for him, especially at this road course. You know, I'd rather it be the oval, but it looks like we've got a pretty good handle on the road course at Phoenix as well. Edgar Allan Poor is behind us, but on chewed up soft tires, if they start pushing, then Poor is going to have to pit. Let's just stay out and dictate the pace of this race. We're sort of getting into the hot boiling point of the tires. Just running a conservative strategy, we might have to roll back just a bit, but Poor is pitting this time, so we don't have to. We'll just conserve a little bit. No pressure coming from behind. Enrica is really fighting hard. I think I'll keep her on the medium right there so she doesn't drop too awful much. But a lot of cars coming down pit road, and you stand to lose a lot of time if you're on pit road a while, so I want to make sure that we are not. We'll probably go around one more time. Whenever Falco comes back around, we'll start pushing him, and we may be on the same strategy as Floridi, but Floridi might actually stay out another lap or two, so let's not, you know, push too awful hard. Let's go around 2 more times on these tires. Enrica, I think, can go around for 3. Fire! Sevilla is on fire. Hey, let me click on Sevilla. Oh man, Sevilla is on fire. Oh, call the fire department. This one's out of control. Well, we don't have to worry about Sevilla anymore this race. Man, that is rough. And we didn't really give up a whole lot of tire wear that particular run, which is fascinating indeed. We've got 10 seconds back to Lara, and that's going to be more than tires and fuel is. Yeah, go ahead and pass me. You're going to be on pit road here anyway. So Falco will definitely pit first. We will keep Lara on a conservative run here. And then as soon as Falco comes back around, We will attack on the tires. You will come back around this time, good sir, for your next set of mediums. We're going to fill you up as much as you can. 22 seconds. Park condition looking great. I like that. A nice balanced pit stop. So Falco will come around with 21 laps to go. And I think that would put us within one stop of fuel, maybe. We will definitely see. So Falco will be coming down this time. Tanucci is starting to catch. No, you don't need to stop pushing. But what I will do is tell you to go neutral, so when you come back around on those tires, you're not going to be burning your new tires off. Fastest second segment of the race for Falco. And Laura, you are going to be pitting this time as well for your set of mediums. Go ahead and fill up as much as you can. A 12-second pit stop. Parts are looking okay. We're not having to push her just yet. All right, so Laura in 5th, really pushing hard. Falco back on the track in 9th with fresh tires, and he is surrounded by medium tires that are worse than him, so he should be okay. Enrica, we will now tell you to go neutral so you don't burn off the tires when you come off pit road. And Enrica will be on pit road. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Tires are on. Fuel is going in the car. Down and away, Enrica in 15th place on fresh tires. So virtual safety car, we are not going to pit. Unfortunately, that couldn't have come out a little bit sooner. That way everyone else would have been slowed up for the pit stops. That would have been ideal. 11 seconds left. I was going to turn down their fuel usage, but green flag back in the air. I really would like a standard pace car for sure, because Falco would have stayed out, leapfrog everyone, and got his spot back. Now we have 10 seconds to make up, and I think he can do it, especially since Force is going to need to pit soon, and that's going to put us right here in this lead pack. Different teams up front here, but Enrica doesn't seem to be having the race. She's at 0.07 form out of 10. She's running at about 6% out of 100. Man, I tell you what. So we can count on Falco to do the heavy lifting here. Enrica is just not really feeling this race. She's going around the outside, though. Hopefully this can boost her morale a bit. But unfortunately, she's just got to... You're struggling to overtake Forrest because you're just in the doldrums. You're ho-humming. You're not driving the car. You're not racing. You're just complaining. And we don't like complainers here. All right, so 9 laps left in the tank. I don't think we can go all 9 laps on fuel, but we'll definitely stretch out as much as we can on the tires. This may get us within the range of a splash and go. Whenever we come down, if we're going to be short like 2 laps of fuel, we just won't take tires. We'll put in 2 laps of fuel and be done with it. May be a legitimate strategy. 16 laps to go. So we definitely need to go at least 4 or 5 more laps to make it on the final stop for fuel. And only 1 second behind the leader, Edgar Allan Poe. And our tires are much better. We're doing a better job of conserving, I think. Rodriguez in 3rd, Norris in 4th. So we're looking okay for our sponsor objective. I still don't know if a win is in the cards here, but we've got a good shot at it, especially when Edgar Allan Poe decides to pit like he is on this lap, and 3rd place is pitting as well. So tell you what, we will conserve these tires. If Falco gets past, does not matter. We'll try to stay out as much as we can here, at least until we can get into a tire run, and then we can turn up the heat, 4 tires and fuel, and run pretty hard the rest of the way. So 14 laps to go. I think if we can do 4 more laps on these tires, we will be set to only pit 1 more time. Enrica's moved her way up to 9th through pit stops. Everyone is going to be on medium tires. If Enrica can make it work, that would be cool. But she is running at 1% of 100. Oh, almost 10%. Oh, that was at 0.1, I thought I saw. So she's running at 10% speed. and still running in 9th. I mean, hey, Enrica, why don't you drive the car some, huh? Falco's running at 77, and he's pretty much running away with this thing. El Sadat is on chewed-up tires. We'll have to pit. Tanucci is on the same wear of tire as Falco. So, essentially, we are even. This is the race right here, and we've got a 13-second lead. So I am not worried at all. Falco can just cruise as far as that's concerned. And in fact, Lara might leapfrog him as far as tire wear is concerned here, because she's going pretty hard, all things considered. We might pit her sooner, so let's go ahead and attack here. We'll be under 10 laps to go, so either this next lap or the lap after, Enrica will pit before Falco. 11 to go. So when she comes around, that'll be 10 to go, and I think she would be able to last. Nah, she's going to have to come down this time, isn't she? Yeah, she's going to have to come down this time. Last set of mediums. Fuel, 10.9 seems good. Park condition is okay. 11 seconds to fix the spoiler. I think not, good sir. That is double the pit stop. All right, we'll just do a neutral here. Let Enrica pit. And then Falco, he can stay out a few more laps, I think. He's got a 13-second lead on Tanucci. And tire wear is pretty even as far as that's concerned. I know Enrica drops, but she's on pit road. Tires are on. 11 laps to go, fueling down and away. So now Enrica is all set. She can go the rest of the way on this set of tires and fuel. Falco, go ahead and push this lap, pit next time by for your set of last medium tires. And we want 8.85 in there. A 12-second pit stop. Everything is gravy. Nice and balanced. I know you're seeing quite a bit of tire wear, but I need you to go. I don't know if Tanucci is pitting this time or not, but we've got a 12-second gap on him. I know your tire deg is bad. Just do a neutral run from here on out. In fact, we might just be able to push the rest of the way. Chew through the tires just a little bit more. All right, guys, no mistakes on pit road, please. Falco down. Tires are on. Fuel is in and down and away. No mistakes. And Falco comes out in 4th with much, much better tires. This is for the lead right here. And they have to pit one more time. Either that or they are going to try to stretch this out way, way, way too long. Let's just do neutral. That should be fine. We'll turn it up with like 3 laps to go if it doesn't look like he's going to pass him, but I think Falco's got a really good shot at this. So 7 laps to go. I think Enrica's tire wear is doing okay. Everyone else is sort of on the same strategy as her, though. If some of these guys pit, though, we need her to stay under the car. That way she can sort... Oh, Norris crashed. That's going to be another position for Lara. If we can get both cars in the points this race, that would be pretty amazing. And Force is not going to be able to hold on those tires. Yeah, Force on pit road. Move us into 2nd. 3rd is right behind us on very chewed up medium tires. The lead is right there, that purple car, Edgar Allan Poe. And they have to go 5 more laps on essentially 50%. All right, Tyler is going to pit this time. I think with 3 laps to go. Poor's pitting. That's it. That is the race, ladies and gentlemen. Falco does not have to do a thing. He is just going to ride 5 laps to go. 8.2 seconds, 11 seconds back. You know what? Conserve your tires, my man. There is no need to make this an issue. How's Lara doing? She's stuck in the middle. She needs to keep pushing here. I think with 2 laps to go, I'll tell her to really crank it up here. See if she can make her way into the points, because she's right here in the midst of things. We could probably tell her to turn up her tires. 60%. No, we'll wait. We will wait indeed. Because I think even at 60%, 4 laps, they just chew through the tires way too much on this track. Yeah, Falco has a nice 12-second lead. Better tires, no worries. Keeping the car under him. I mean, what more can you ask for? 3 laps to go. Tire deg. Tell you what, Enrica. How's your park condition? Nope. We can't turn up the park condition yet. Yeah, I don't like the look. Yeah, your spoiler's fine, Enrica. Just stay out if you can. Hopefully those guys in front of her crash. That would be pretty fun. Yeah, she is burning through these tires way too quick to really mount a good charge, I think. 2 laps to go, 40% on the tires. Oh, man. She's not even really within shouting distance of the cars in front of her, so it won't make much sense to push. But we'll try it anyway. We're not going to push the parts until 1 lap to go. Falco, we don't have to do a thing. Like, that is looking nice. Final lap for Falco, coming around, lap traffic. And then Enrica, go ahead and push everything you got this last lap. See what you can get out of it. Falco, coming around the last few set of hairpins here. 17th is in front of him and broken. And yeah, that is going to be excellent. Falco takes the win at Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen. And Lara trying to catch up, not going to be able to do it, unfortunately. So she'll come across in 12th, but driving at 1% her actual driving ability. I don't know what was up with her, but she just did not want to drive this race. Maybe that's the game saying, you know what? You've got the perfect strategy. So we're going to stop you from a 1-2 finish, and we're going to make you pay. But that is fine. I am not bitter. Not angry at all because we have taken the victory in the International GT Series. We have a win under our belt. That's going to be a lot of points, and Falco even got the pole. So we have got maximum points when it came to that particular race. Yeah, 12 points. Amazing. Gao Minzi with Spartan gets 2 for the fastest lap. Let's take a look at the standings, though. So Falco is now ahead of Enrica, 7 points behind the leader, Lissandro Cruz, and Minzi with his 2 stupid points. If he didn't get those points, we'd be tied for second. Owner's Championship, 4 points behind Hammer. If Enrica and Falco could just get in the points each race, we would have a shot at it in our first season, ladies and gentlemen. And that is what I'm talking about. Let's answer our emails. Let's look at potential sponsors because that will dictate what new parts that we are going to try to make. I think an engine would be the next logical step. Really improve on our overall top speed. Try to help out Enrica a bit by giving her Falco's engine. Yeah, Enrica, I don't know what was up with you, but I need you to do better than 1%. Give me your 1%. And indeed, we came in first in Owner's Championship. Dang, I should have taken the extra 300 grand. But hindsight is 20/20. And there's the Challenger GT in Beijing. That's fine. I remember Beijing. Our spoiler is built. So once we are done building the car, we can pound on that rear spoiler just a bit. Our next race is Dubai. I think another race with very high tire wear. No, very low tire wear. They've got super softs up in this piece. Oh, man. So once again, we have another situation like in Munich where we have very low tire wear, but we need the super softs for qualifying. Man, it's going to be interesting. We know it's not going to rain. It's Dubai. So that puts us in an interesting position indeed. Let's take a look at the pit crew. I'd like to sub out this guy with... So yeah, tire changes are going to suffer there, but we got to give these guys a rest. Although you're an excellent tire changer there, good sir. So Kuze will now be replacing Kakine to keep us competitive here. All right, car, we can design a new part, and we have no sponsor coming up, so I will hold off on that. After this next race, though, we've got 2 slots opening up, and then the race after that, 2 slots opening up, and then we've got a little bit of a hiatus, so we can't just jump right into part building. Car condition, interview, sure, which one of your drivers is better? Oh, Raul Force. Who wouldn't want Force on their team? The guy we were battling with. Let's go ahead and scout him out and see what we can learn about him. His stats on the baseline look really, really good. He's a 19 out of 20 on 3 things. Man. And is he not? Oh, because we don't know. Okay, I was going to say, is he not signed because he was definitely just racing with us? Interesting. All right, car condition, interview, we done. Pick crew, that's fine. Sevilla is now traumatized for 6 weeks from the fire. And sparks fly between Hammer and Saka Speedworks. Englehart definitely pushed his limits. Not really there, Hank. What race were you watching? Because Falco didn't even try. Speaking of which, Enrique didn't. But that's going to do it for me in this episode of Motorsport Manager, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week for Dubai. Take care.